Welcome to Amazing Traveling World. Today we will take you to the amazing journey to world's 8th wonder, Angkor Wat. We going to see all history and info about Angkor Wat. Do subscribe to our channel to keep watching amazing places in word. Angkor, in Cambodia's northern province of Siem Reap, is one of the most important archaeological sites of Southeast Asia. It extends over approximately 400 square kilometers and consists of scores of temples, hydraulic structures, basins, dikes, reservoirs, canals, as well as communication routes. For several centuries, Angkor was the center of the Khmer Kingdom. With impressive monuments, several different ancient urban plans and large water reservoirs, the site is a unique concentration of features testifying to an exceptional civilization. Temples such as Angkor Wat, the Bayon, Preah Khan and Ta Prohm, exemplars of Khmer architecture, are closely linked to their geographical context as well as being imbued with symbolic significance. The architecture and layout of the successive capitals bear witness to a high level of social order and ranking within the Khmer Empire. Angkor is therefore a major site exemplifying cultural, religious and symbolic values, as well as containing high architectural, archaeological and artistic significance. The park is inhabited, and many villages, some of whom the ancestors are dating back to the Angkor period, are scattered throughout the park. The population practices agriculture and more specifically rice cultivation. Its creation divide into 4 parts. Criterion, I. The Angkor complex represents the entire range of Khmer art from the 9th to the 14th centuries, and includes a number of indisputable artistic masterpieces, e.g. Angkor Wat, the Bayon, Bante Sray. Criterion, E. The influence of Khmer art as developed at Angkor was a profound one over much of Southeast Asia and played a fundamental role in its distinctive evolution. Criterion, E. The Khmer Empire of the 9th–14th centuries encompassed much of Southeast Asia and played a formative role in the political and cultural development of the region. All that remains of that civilization is its rich heritage of cult structures in brick and stone. Criterion, IV. Khmer architecture evolved largely from that of the Indian subcontinent. The result was a new artistic horizon in Oriental art and architecture. The Angkor complex encompasses all major architectural buildings and hydrological engineering systems from the Khmer period, and most of these barays and canals still exist today. All the individual aspects illustrate the intactness of the site, very much reflecting the splendor of the cities that once were. The site integrity, however, is put under dual pressures. 1. Endogenous. Exerted by more than 100,000 inhabitants distributed over 112 historic settlements scattered over the site, who constantly try to expand their dwelling areas. 2. Exogenous. Related to the proximity of the town of Siem Reap, the seat of the province and a tourism hub. Previous conservation and restoration works at Angkor between 1907 and 1992, especially by the École Française d'Extrême Orient, EFEO, the Archaeological Survey of India, the Polish conservation body PKZ, and the World Monuments Fund, have had no significant impact on the overall authenticity of the monuments that make up the Angkor complex and do not obtrude upon the overall impression gained from individual monuments. The property is legally protected by the Royal Decree on the Zoning of the Region of Siem Reap, Angkor, adopted on 28 May 1994, and the Law on the Protection of the Natural and Cultural Heritage promulgated on 25 January 1996. The successful conservation of the property by the Aspara National Authority, monitored by the ICC Angkor, was crowned by the removal of the property from the World Heritage List in danger in 2004. Angkor is one of the largest archaeological sites in operation in the world. Tourism represents an enormous economic potential, but it can also generate irreparable destructions of the tangible as well as intangible cultural heritage. Many research projects have been undertaken since the International Safeguarding Program was first launched in 1993. The scientific objectives of the research result in a better knowledge and understanding of the history of the site and its inhabitants that constitute a rich, exceptional legacy of the intangible heritage. The purpose is to associate the intangible culture to the enhancement of the monuments in order to sensitize the local population to the importance and necessity of its protection and preservation, and assist in the development of the site as Angkor as a living heritage site. The inhabitants venerate the temple deities and organize ceremonies and rituals in their honor, involving prayers, traditional music and dance. Moreover, the Angkor Archaeological Park is very rich in medicinal plants, used by the local population for treatment of diseases. The plants are prepared and then brought to different temple sites for blessing by the gods. The Preah Khan Temple is considered to have been a university of medicine, and the Neak Poan an ancient hospital.